I never saw it coming. One moment, I was sitting at the dining table, scrolling through my phone, enjoying the sound of my kids laughing in the living room. The next, Olivia, my wife of 12 years, stormed in, her phone clutched in a trembling hand, fury etched across her face. "Who the hell is she?" she demanded, voice shaking. I blinked, confused. "Who? Don't play dumb, Adam!" she shouted, shoving her phone in my face. My stomach dropped. A message from an unknown Facebook account claimed I had a Tinder profile, complete with my photos, my name, and a history of explicit messages with multiple women. I let out a disbelieving laugh. "Olivia, you know I don't have Tinder. This is ridiculous." But she wasn't laughing. Instead, she downloaded the app right in front of me. "Explain this," she spat, holding up her screen. There it was, an active Tinder profile under my name, last active less than a kilometer away. My stomach twisted. "What the?" I grabbed her phone, scrolling through the profile. My pictures. My details. But it wasn't me. "Olivia, listen. Someone must be using my photos. I swear to you, this isn't me." She let out a bitter laugh. "Really? Someone just decided to catfish using your face? Do you think I'm stupid, Adam?" "No, of course not. But I have no reason to be on Tinder. I love you. I love our family. Why would I risk that?" But she wasn't listening. "Then explain how they have pictures I took on our anniversary. The same ones on your laptop." A cold realization hit me. My laptop. The one I had loaned to our neighbor, Rick. "Rick," I murmured, my mouth dry. Olivia recoiled. "Silent now, huh? I gave you a chance to tell me the truth, but I was wasting my time." She turned and walked away, leaving me drowning in accusations I couldn't refute. The next day, Olivia ensured everyone knew. First, her family, then mutual friends, then somehow, my workplace. My phone was bombarded with disgusted messages from people I once considered allies. Worst of all, her brother Marcus didn't just send words, he sent fists. He showed up at my house, rage burning in his eyes, and punched me before I could defend myself. "You think you can humiliate my sister and get away with it?" he spat. I shoved him back. "I didn't cheat. Someone set me up." "You expect me to believe that after what Olivia showed me?" His fists clenched. "You don't deserve her." Then Olivia's father stepped inside. His voice was calm but firm. "Pack your things. Leave." "This is my house," I argued. "My name is on the mortgage." "Not tonight, it isn't," he said. "You leave, or the police will make sure you do." A squad car pulled up outside. I had no choice. Humiliated, I packed a bag and left, Olivia watching from the window, her face unreadable. Days passed. No calls from Olivia. No word from my kids. At work, I was met with whispers and judgment. Even my boss pulled me aside. "We can't have this kind of scandal affecting the company. Fix it, or your career is on the line." The worst blow came when Olivia refused to let me see our children. "I don't want them around you right now," she said, her voice dripping with venom. "They're confused, Adam. They don't understand why their father betrayed their mother." "You can't do this," I pleaded. "Legally, you can't keep them from me." "I can. Unless you want to drag this through the courts, I suggest you back off." And then, the final nail. One morning, my phone buzzed with a message from an old friend. "Dude, have you seen Olivia's post?" Dread filled me as I opened Facebook. There it was, an emotional public post detailing her heartbreak, my betrayal, and her struggle as a single mother picking up the pieces. The comments were flooded with support for her and scorn for me. That was when I realized the truth didn't matter. One accusation had destroyed everything: my marriage, my family, my career, my reputation. And Olivia? She had already rewritten our story, making sure the world saw me as the villain. And I didn't know if I could ever forgive her for that. I had thrown my marriage away. At least, that's what everyone believed. The comments were relentless. "Stay strong, Olivia. You deserve better. What a disgrace." Friends, family, even strangers condemned me without hesitation. No one asked for my side. No one doubted her story. That night, lying in a stiff hotel bed, something inside me hardened. I had begged Olivia to listen, spent weeks hoping she'd see the truth. But she had made her choice. She buried me alive. And now I had no choice but to walk away. I typed the message to my boss. "I'm resigning. I'll be leaving for Sydney by the end of the month." Leaving was easier than I expected. No goodbyes, no explanations, just me, a suitcase, and a one-way ticket. I should have felt something, grief, anger, regret, but all I felt was exhaustion. In Sydney, I buried myself in work. Long hours, the gym, sleepless nights. I tried calling my kids at first, then less and less. Olivia never answered. Instead, I got cold, legal messages, updates on my children that felt like business reports. Eventually, I stopped trying, not because I stopped loving them, but because I was tired. 14 months passed. Then, one night, my lawyer called. "Olivia knows the truth." I froze. What truth? The Tinder account. It was Richard. Richard, our old neighbor. A joke, he had said. A joke that had cost me my family, my marriage, my life. Olivia had confronted him. He had laughed. And now, she wanted to talk. Her email sat unread in my inbox. "I'm sorry." But apologies didn't undo the nights I spent alone, the whispers behind my back, the hollow ache of being erased. I agreed to talk, at Christmas. Returning to the city I once called home felt surreal. It looked the same, but I was a stranger in it. I checked into a hotel, bracing for the confrontation. The next morning, when I arrived to pick up the kids, Olivia was at the door. "Can we talk?" she asked. I crossed my arms. "We already are." Inside, everything was as I remembered. But it wasn't my home anymore. I sat on the couch, the same couch I had slept on the night she accused me, the night she threw me away. Silence stretched between us. Finally, she spoke. "I was wrong," she whispered. "I should have believed you." I said nothing. A tear slipped down her cheek. "I ruined everything, didn't I?" I leaned forward, my voice quiet but firm. "You didn't just ruin our marriage, Olivia. You ruined me." She sobbed, but I didn't comfort her. This wasn't about her. Tears. This was about mine, the ones I had shed alone, in the dark, while she lived her life convinced of my guilt. "Do you know what the worst part is?" I asked. She looked at me, eyes pleading. As Adam sat in the airport, the steady hum of voices and rolling suitcases surrounded him, yet he felt an unfamiliar calm. His flight to Sydney was boarding soon, and for the first time in over a year, he wasn't leaving in desperation. He was choosing himself. Sipping his coffee, he stared out at the plains, his mind clearer than it had been in months. Then his phone buzzed. Olivia. For a moment, he considered ignoring it, but curiosity won. He read the message. "I'm sorry. For everything. I hope one day you'll find it in your heart to forgive me." Adam exhaled slowly, fingers hovering over the screen. But there was nothing left to say. He locked his phone, stood up, and walked toward his gate. He was finally free.